Namaste to everyone whoever is seeing this video. Today I will be discussing about fundamental principle of counting, and in that there are two types of rule actually in fundamental principle of counting. One is multiplication rule and another one is addition rule. So in this video I will be discussing about this first rule, multiplication rule, and I am going to take one example from the real life. Now the capital of Tamil Nadu, Chennai, and our national capital, all of us know, Delhi. Then there is one beautiful city, Dehradun, that is also capital of Uttarakhand. Now see here. Now suppose a person want to go from Chennai to Dehradun. Now he can catch a flight from Chennai to Delhi. Suppose I am naming that as F1, or else he can catch a train. Of course, people can take bus and car also, but that will be very, very lengthy way. Practically, the people go by this way only, flight or train. Then from Delhi to Dehradun, that is nearby only, around 250 kilometers. So we can catch a flight. Flights are available, or the person can take a bus, or the person can take again a train. Now actually when you ask to students, generally they answer, if I ask that how many ways are there, in how many ways the person can travel from Chennai to Dehradun, so students will tell, sir, here 2 ways are there, and here how many ways are there? 3 ways are there. So they will tell generally, sir, 2 ways here, 3 ways here, then total number of ways is 5 ways. But actually this is wrong. I will tell you why this is wrong. Now just see here. Now suppose first I am catching a flight from Chennai to Delhi, and then again I am catching a flight from Delhi to Dehradun. So there is one way like this. Another way what the person can do, he can, of course he can catch the flight, then he can take a bus, or else he can take a train. So suppose first he is catching a flight, he is taking a bus, then again he is catching a flight from Chennai to Delhi, then from Delhi to Dehradun he is taking a train. Okay, so there are 3 ways here. Similarly, from Chennai to Delhi the person can take train T1. Okay, and here from Delhi to Dehradun person can take a flight, or he can take a bus and train also. Suppose he is taking the train first, then bus, then again he is taking train, and then he is taking another train from Delhi to Dehradun. So you can see here how many ways are there. So 3 ways are here. There are 3 ways, and here also how many ways are there? 3 ways. So total number of ways, 3 plus 3, how many ways are there? 6 ways are there. There are 6 ways. Okay. Now actually this, if you observe one pattern, there is one pattern actually. You see how many ways are there here from Chennai to Delhi? One is flight and then train. So how many ways are there? 2 ways. Okay. And here from Delhi to Dehradun, flight, bus and train. So 3 ways. So how many total ways are there? 6 ways are there. So can you see actually? Can you see how many ways we are calculating? 6 ways. So actually this is only called multiplication rule. Like that, how many ways are there in the first time, how many ways are there, and second time how many ways are there. So that number of ways, if you multiply, we can get total number of ways. Okay, so person will travel there are 6 ways to travel. In 6 ways the person can travel. Now I will take another example. Okay, and you can tell me the answer. Okay. Now suppose a person is going to office in the morning, and he is having 3 shirts, okay, and 2 pants. So now you can easily tell how many ways are there in which he can dress. So there are how many ways? First time how many ways are there? 3 ways. And second time, like in second, how many ways are there? 2 ways of pants. So total how many ways? Again 6 ways only. And you can verify also. Suppose shirts are, I am naming the shirts like S1, S2, S3. There are 3 shirts, S1, S2, S3, and here there are 2 pants, P1 and P2. Okay. Now suppose suppose the person is selecting shirt 1, then he can select with shirt 1 which pant he can select. Suppose first pant he is selecting, or else he can select the second pant. Similarly, if the person is selecting the second shirt, he can select of course pant 1, then with this he can select pant 2. Similarly, the person is selecting third shirt, he can select pant P1, then again he can select pant. Again you can see how many ways are there. 2 plus 2 plus 2, how many ways are there? Total 6 ways are there. So you can see every time. So instead of doing in this way, we can directly do 3 into 2 is equal to how many ways? 6 ways. Okay. And it's not like that only for like when 2 things are there, when 2 events are there, then only it can be used. Like there is another, we can have 3 things also. Suppose I will take another example. Now suppose a student is getting ready for the school and he is having 2 bags, okay, and he is having 3 tiffins actually, 3 tiffin boxes he is having, tiffin boxes, okay, and he is having 2 water bottles, okay. Now what do you think? Because I have taught for only 2 things. Now same here, he can, how many bags are there? 2 bags. How many tiffin boxes are there? 3. Multiply by how many water bottles are there? 2. So there are how many ways? 12 ways actually. And if you want for your satisfaction, you can verify this also. In that way we can arrange actually. Of course, suppose here you can take bag 1, B1, B2. Here you can tell T1, T2, T3 we can take, okay, and there we can take again water bottles are there, so we can take W1 and W2 symbol, okay. Now start seeing here. Of course 12 pairs we can make actually, but some examples will be enough I think from this only. Suppose I am taking B1, then I am selecting T1, then I am selecting W1, okay, then suppose I am selecting B1, then I can select T2, then I can select again W1 only. Similarly we can select what? Let us complete for B1. We can select B1, okay, then we can select T3, then we can select again W1 only, then B1, okay, then same we can do na, B1, T1, W2, you can see the pattern, B1, T2, W2, B1, okay, T3, W2. So you can see how many ways are there? 6 ways. When I am taking the bag 1, there are 6 ways coming. If you similarly do for the bag 2 also, the same pattern actually you can follow here, that B1 can be replaced by B2. Okay, now same you can see B2, T1, W1, B2, T2, W1, B2, 2, 3, W1. Same combination. Actually just you can see na, just B1 will be replaced by B2. Then B2, T1, W2, B2, T2, W2, B3, T3, W3. So you can see here clearly how many ways are there? 3. 3 ways, 3 ways, 3 ways, 3 ways. How many? 3 plus 3. Okay, if you want to see a 3 ways here in the first way, first time. Okay, 3 ways here, 3 ways here, and here also 3 ways, and here also 3 ways. So if it add all the things, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, how many times? 3 4 are 12 ways. Sorry. So it means that, understood, it can be extended for 3 things also and more than 3 things also. Is it clear? No need to do in this way actually. This is a very lengthy way. That's why this multiplication rule is designed. So you can see now how much it is easy here. Instead of doing in this way, 2 3 are 6, 2 are 12, because 2 bags are there, 3 tiffins are there, 2 water bottles are there, 2 3 are 6, 2 are 12. So now of course when I will take another example, no need to do it this way. So for your satisfaction, you can see we are getting exactly this 12 things we are getting, 12 kind of combinations we are getting. Okay. Now one final example I am going to take from this topic. Okay. Now same thing you can see that example we took na, from Chennai to, okay, this time I am writing this okay, suppose Chennai, then here Delhi, then Dehradun, and suppose the person is going to, okay, there is one famous place, Rishikesh. Okay, Rishikesh. Okay, or here you can change from Haridwar, you can go to Rishikesh. Okay, let us write Dehradun only, not Haridwar. Okay, now the spelling is wrong, Dehradun. Okay, so now Chennai to Delhi, person can take flight, then train. Delhi to Dehradun, suppose he can catch the flight, then bus, then he can catch a train, and from Dehradun to Rishikesh flight option is not available, it's nearby only. You can take, suppose train you can take. Okay, you can take a bus. Okay, or if you want you can go by B2, you can take. You can even go, you can book a car. Okay, and now see here how many ways are there. So now 1 2 3. Okay, so here how many ways? 2 ways. And how many ways here? 3 ways. Here how many ways? Again 3 ways. So how many ways will come? In how many ways the person can travel from Chennai to Rishikesh? 3 3 are 9, 2 are 18 ways he can travel. Okay. And one more thing you can see, suppose that that example, tiffin box example. Okay, suppose I am adding some snacks, like 2 types of snacks, like biscuits is there and chips are also there. Okay, I am going to rub this example. So you can see here it can be applied to the 3 things also. Okay, now one more example we can take, that now suppose 2 bags he was having na, 2 bags, that example I took. Then how many tiffin? 3 tiffins were there. Okay, tiffins were there, and then 2 water bottles were there. 2 water bottles. Okay, and suppose 2 types of snacks are added. Okay, like he can carry 2 types of snacks also. 2 snacks. Okay, so suppose mother is telling you can take biscuit or you can take chips. Chips is there. Okay, so now see how many ways you can arrange, like 2 ways here. How many ways is possible? 3 ways here, 2 water bottles here, and then here how much? How many again? 2. So 2 3 are 6, 2 are 12, 2 are 24 ways. So there are 24 ways actually. So 24 ways, because in 3 tiffins, like suppose he can put biscuit, or he can put chips also. Okay, so it means that it can be extended to any number of like events. Okay, events, or you can see now 1 2 3 4 4 times it is coming. So suppose there are events in a probability that is, suppose there are m ways to do a thing. Okay, and there are n ways to do a thing, then there are r ways to do a thing, and so on. Okay, or p ways for others, and so on. It's there. So that multiplication rule, we say we can multiply. How many ways are there? Number of ways will be m into n into r into p, and so on. How many things are there? You can multiply. Suppose there is another like q ways is there. Q ways. So how many ways are there? You can multiply. You can multiply q also. So this is only called multiplication rule. Of course, when 2 things are there, 3 things are there, 4 things are there. Okay. Of course, for 4 things it's very difficult. 24 ways you have to. That writing all the combination will be quite difficult. So to avoid that only, this fundamental principle of counting, especially multiplication rule, because I am discussing about multiplication rule, that is designed. So you can multiply here. Okay, how many ways are there? You can multiply. How many? It does not matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times I am doing. If suppose 6 times also any way there, you can multiply that also. So this is only called fundamental principle of like multiplication rule under this topic, fundamental principle of counting. So thank you for listening this video for this much duration. Thanks a lot. I am ending this topic.